Hello everybody, this is Brisbane 05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode, we sadly had a suffering to Fulham back at the cottage. And yep, our winning streak has again been snapped. So currently we have 4 losses in the Premier League. But we do have a lot of wins. I think we have only 2 draws, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we only have 2 draws. One was against Crystal Palace and the other one was against Manchester United. But apart from that, we managed to get the wins we needed, especially against Liverpool and Chelsea. So yeah. But now, our next game, and it's going to be a very important game as we're actually up against. We're not up against yet. We're actually playing in the FA Cup, our first FA Cup match, and we get automatically qualified for the third round because we're actually in the Premier League. So it's easy for us to qualify to the third round and make progress there. So yeah. But anyway, this episode we are actually going to be doing our first ever episode of FA Cup, basically our first match of the FA Cup. So I really hope you enjoyed this one. So please make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, so let's get ready to the match as it's going to be very interesting, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel as it really means a lot to me. I really put a lot of hard work in making this video for you guys. So please. Sorry about this truck soundtrack. Yeah, I'll try to reduce it, but I'll try to close the window so there won't be that much sound in the background. But anyway, I don't want to get that sidetracked. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really took a lot of hard work. I had to grind to actually make the video, much quality. I mean, I know some of the videos have been not like HD, I would say, but come on. It should work. And you have to manage. So yeah. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, let's get ready for the match. Alright guys. Before we actually get to start the video here, we're actually going to do the Wheel of Names. You know for what reason. Yes. We're actually going to be doing the Wheel of Names to see how many players will be leaving. So we got to see the quantity and who will be leaving. So the wheel's going to decide. It's not the players, but the wheel will. And it's actually going to be at least one player will be leaving at the end of the season. So just to let you know, the players who have already decided to leave, that is based on their decision, that doesn't count. Because, I mean, it is not by the wheel's decision, it's by the player's decision. So those type of players don't count. So Partey and Tierney, they're not on the list. So once we get to the players part, we are going to be showing you who will be leaving at the end of the season based on the contract and such. So yeah, don't go anywhere, as we will be showing you the players list. Alright guys, so these are the players that are actually going to be on the list. So Renarson, Rob Holding, William Saliba, Cedric, Norton, Cuffy, El Neni and Pepe. So why am I actually going to be showcasing these players on the list? Well, you see, these players have 5 months left to stay in the club. Once the contract expires, these 7 players will become a free agent. And I mean a free agent. So once they leave, once the contract is over, they're free agents, like I told you. And I'm not sure if it's a possibility to re-sign the club. I think it is, but that player will be leaving, however. So, yeah. Or basically removed, I would say. But anyway. The wheel's going to decide to see, is it either a good thing or a bad thing for us? Oh no! It's actually a bad thing for us. And the reason why I'm saying it's a bad thing for us is because William Saliba, yes, William Saliba, he's probably the only player that will be leaving at the end of the season. So that means Tierney, Partey and Saliba will most likely be the players that will be leaving at the end of the season. Well, Partey's leaving, has already left and joined Liverpool. But Tierney and Saliba will most likely be leaving at the end of the season. So that's bad, I would say, for us. So, yep. So that means Saliba will probably play his final 5 months for the club. And once the contract expires, he will no longer be playing for Arsenal. So this could be probably a very bad stuff for us. So we have to think of a better way to optimize. So, well, initially I was thinking of taking a striker, but now we have Rob Holding, Hurrien Timber, and Calafiori. I mean, at least they're the players I will be lifting. So that's at least a good thing for them. But in my honesty, it would be probably bad for us. So anyway, so without further ado, let's just get ready to the video, I guess. Let's just get ready to the point because, yep, it is what it is. Hello everybody, we're here to see the first FA Cup round. And yep, the bad news part I'm going to talk to you. There will be good news and bad news. So the good news here is that we managed to only get one player. Yes, we didn't manage to get 2 or 3 players out of the squad. But the bad news, and a very critical one, is that we might have lost one of the best centre-backs in Arsenal career mode, and especially in Arsenal's squad history, I would say. So we're going to go to a squad here. Well, not transfers. So basically here, once you get to take a look at the squad hub, yup, you see that player right here? William Saliba is actually the odd one out. So I managed to actually extend their contracts. Well, except Taney will be leaving at the end of the season, or maybe during January or so. But yeah, Saliba is actually going to be the one to go. And you know the worst part for Saliba? You know the worst part actually? Well, we're going to take a look at the team management. I'm not going to add to transfer list yet on Saliba, I would say. The worst part for Saliba is that he has actual good pace. He has 83 pace. And he's 84 rated actually. And we're not actually going to find a team who's actually who's like 84 rated in just 22 years or so. And he's actually close to 85 in a way. I mean, yeah, he has his passing and shooting is not that good, but his pace is amazing, I would say, and his dribbling too as well. And to lose that type of physical, oh my goodness, I really don't know what to say here. I mean, to really lose that type of player is really heartbreaking. So that's why I was very very sad when this happened. I even closed my eyes. I mean, you wouldn't see me closing my eyes, but when I was actually taking a look at the video and see who's actually going to be leaving, I actually closed my eyes because even one player would probably be a bad thing. But at least the bad part is Saliba will still play. He will still play for the entire of the season. Like, he will still play for the entire season. Only once the season ends, that is when we have to bid farewell to probably one of the best centre-backs in Arsenal. But yeah, Reece James, Haaland, Grealish, and Ekitike is probably now the player of the month for December shortlist. But yeah, looks like we're going to get started with the FA Cup. We're actually up against Peterborough, and they don't have that many good players, I would say. Knight, Kapic, Krishlo, Fuchs, Poku, yeah, it's just pretty underrated. Underrated players, I would say. So yeah, we hardly cannot take a look at the players, but yeah, Kryklo and Kapic, Fernandez. I mean, I would say it's okay, but nah. Alright, there you go. Now it's okay, I guess. Yeah, now I can take a look at the players, but only somehow. But anyway, let's go and get ready with the squad here. So we are actually going to be making some changes. And yeah, I really feel bad for you, Saliba. You will not be playing for Season 2. And that's sad, man, because You are like the integral part of Arsenal. And to leave and to see you leave like that, it's just ungrateful. And he's actually the only centre back that has more pace than everyone else. If you notice. Intani has 81 pace, but he's 26. But this guy has a lot of pace, and that too at just 22 years of age. But anyway, we're just gonna be right back after I make some changes, so don't go anywhere. Alright guys, so these are the players I've actually made. The changes I've made for Arsenal. So Nketiah comes in for Gabriel Jesus. Vieira comes in for Havertz. Smith Rowe comes in for Martinelli. Saka comes in for... No, well, not Saka. I mean, Saka's already there. Tierney comes in for Zinchenko. Timber comes in for Gabriel. Calafiori for Saliba. Bernier comes in for Ben White. So Ramsdale, Camavinga, Odegaard, and Saka, I think, are like the only players that I'm not going to be making changes. So yeah. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's enjoy our first FA Cup match. Our first taste of the FA Cup round. So yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. Alright guys, we're here to see our first FA Cup match. And we're up against Peterborough. Away from home as usual. Peterborough do not have a standard stadium, I would say. So Court Lane is not actually their home stadium, but it is the stadium that is playing the game for the time being. But that's their home fans here. They're ready, because this is actually our first FA Cup match that we're actually seeing. And Arsenal are actually going to be facing an away game against Peterborough, who I think is actually in the league, in the 3rd or 4th division of England, I would say. Well, he's not in the Vanarama for sure, but he is. If they're there in FC24, that means they're not in the Vanarama. But anyway, Kwame, John Clark Harrison. Yep, that's the starting lineup for Peterborough. And they've actually been there for a very long time, 1934. But it's just that they're not living up to potential, I would say. If you notice. They've not lived up to that type of level, I would say. Failing to reach that type of high level, like at least Nottingham Forest has made that clear, I would say. But anyway, that's the starting line for Arsenal. Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Vieira, Tierney, Timber, Calafiori, Bernier. Like the only changes they've made for Arsenal. Jesus, Zinchenko, Holding, Martinelli, they're all in the substitutes. Renarson is still there. But yeah. But it is a very bad thing to lose Saliba. I mean, he's still there, but we will lose that player who has aura. And we might have to replace with probably an inexperienced centre-back. But we don't know who will actually step up for Saliba's absence, I would say. The absence of Saliba. But anyway, Arsenal get the game rolling, I would say. And Camavinga has it, probably the best centre midfielder. I mean, we at least have Camavinga. He's probably like Saliba, I would say. The next William Saliba, but except he's a centre midfielder. And Saliba's a centre back. And Saliba and Camavinga are both French. So it kind of makes sense. But anyway, Peterborough are on the attack. And that could have been a chance for Peterborough to take the shot, I would say. It's Clark with it, but Ramsdale makes a save. Mason Clark actually had the possession, but Aaron Ramsdale makes a wonderful save. The first shot from Mason Clark, it hit the crossbar. Or the post. The goal post, I would say. But anyway, Peterborough get the corner. And this could be opportunities for Peterborough as most of their best defense are rested. And that's what they've done. That was an audacious volley, honestly, from the Peterborough striker. And who's the player? Oh, it's Kreiklo. I think he's a centre midfielder, if I remember correctly. But Kreiklo has actually got Peterborough in front. But anyway, this is a glitch in the matrix because Arsenal, they've already made some wonderful changes. And Well, I mean, this is the FA Cup, so I wouldn't say it would be a good thing. But yeah. But anyway, Crouchlow gets the ball. Not the ball, but scores a goal. Sorry, my English is not that... I mean, I don't want to say that, but... It's just that sometimes I fluff when I do not want to fluff. But anyway. The most sad part of this is that Peterborough has an early lead. Thanks to a striker named Crouchlow. And here's Kamavinga. This could be a chance for Arsenal. I mean... I did say that they'll get back in the game, but it's just that Arsenal's offense is sometimes woeful. So, Bukayo Saka has it, finds Nketiah. Still Nketiah. Nketiah finds Saka. Still Saka. But Kioso tackles him. And Mason Clark has it. Still Mason Clark. Mason Clark uses pace. This could be a chance for Peterborough to double the lead. Still Mason Clark. And this should be a goal kick. It was actually a good tackle from Bernea. And yep. That was a wonderful chance here from Peterborough. But a wonderful tackle from Leonard Bernea. Probably the next Saliba, I would say. I mean, he's a right back, but he's probably going to live up to expectations like this. But anyway, corner kick here for Peterborough. Is it going to be another chance? But Calafiori heads this one away. Only to find Fuchs. And space is actually given. They're relying on Ramsdale this much to save. And Peterborough are actually 2 goals ahead. I don't know if this is actually a slaughter, but it might actually be incoming. We don't know. The fans of Peterborough are excited. We might actually get eliminated in the first round of FA Cup already. That was a wonderful shot from Fuchs. I mean, that's actually his name. It kind of sounds like a swear word that many people of you say. But anyway, Peterborough get 2 golos. And it's Fuchs. Kamavinga has it. Still Vinga. But he slows down for some reason. It's still Kamavinga though. Kamavinga finds Nketiah. Nketiah is away. Could be a chance. But below Kapic makes a wonderful save. He goes long. And that was a pretty good pass, I would say. It looks short, but it was a very fair pass from the keeper. Now here's Clark Harris. Another two-word name. And that's another corner here from Peterborough. Arsenal are just giving away corners. And that's at their most vulnerable spot, I would say. I mean, Arsenal don't concede corners frequently, but in this game they are. And it's another corner kick for Peterborough. Peterborough has more ball possession than Arsenal, I would say. And they're actually the major underdogs. But Kamavinga this time has it. But gives this one away. Mason Clark. Could be a chance for them to score this one. But Calafiori has it. Finds Fabio Vieira. Vieira finds Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe finds Calafiori. It's still Calafiori. Calafiori finds Nketiah. Nketiah finds Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe goes into the shadow. Still Smith-Rowe though. Arsenal has to find their way back. But can they do it? Nketiah has it, but that was a wonderful save from the keeper, I would say. And now it's Kipriandu. But Taney has it. This could be a chance for Arsenal to get at least one back. But they just have to find it at the right time. Taney finds Nketiah. Still Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah shoots. And what a goal from the Englishman. He actually scored in a tight angle, if you notice that. But that was a wonderful assist from Kane Taney. Probably his last FA Cup match, because he's probably going to go to Liverpool either on January or maybe at the end of the season. But he is leaving at the end of the season, as it said. But we don't know if he was actually leaving early. But never mind that. Nketiah actually scored what could be a chance for Arsenal to get one goal back, or maybe have a potential chance at scoring the equaliser, as long as Peterborough cannot keep on scoring from here, which they don't. Taney has it, finds Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe. I mean, Peterborough is actually pretty good in this game, I would say. Not overall, but in this game, they are actually good. But Odegaard has it. Can their defense strike up? No. Peterborough's defense cannot strike again. And Nketiah keeps on scoring back-to-back goals. That's his brace, actually. In just 2 minutes, he scored a brace. And we're back to level pegging terms, I would say. We're back to level pegging terms as Nketiah scored the equalizing goal in just 2 minutes. That was a wonderful shot from Nketiah. Just had to curl this one in. Second goal already in the FA Cup. But wow. What a time to score.
Goal for Arsenal. Number 14, Eddie Nketiah.
But anyway, it's going to be half time as Peterborough surprisingly had 2 goals. But yeah, Fabio Vieira's having a slow day in the office. He's not good. I mean, 47 minutes played, but he still cannot live up to expectations. So Arsenal are planning to make some changes at halftime. And it looks like it's 2 minutes, but he's actually scored in 6 minutes, basically. But yeah, as you can see, look at the highlights. A control from Crouchlow. A wonderful finish from him gave Peterborough an early lead. But they didn't stop from there. They didn't stop there. In the 19th minute, Fuchs, he doubled the lead for Peterborough. And from then onwards, Arsenal were done and dusted. But in the 45th minute, well, I mean, 39th minute, Nketiah did score that goal. But in the 45th minute, Nketiah scored the equalizing goal, which gave Arsenal a chance. And as you can see around the grounds, Wimbledon, they currently draw with Shrewsbury. Nottingham Forest has a slim lead over Morecambe. Grimsby Town ties with Southampton. Hull City has a slim lead over Charlton Athletic. Manchester United has a slim lead over Lincoln City. West Bromwich Albion has a slim lead over Aston Villa. Everton currently drawing to Derby County. Liverpool having a draw over Brighton. Leicester City having a slim lead over Luton Town. Rotherham United having a slim lead over Bristol City. AFC Bournemouth having a slim lead over Birmingham City. Coventry City having a slim lead over Preston. Wolves having a slim lead over Wycombe. Manchester City and Blackpool currently drawing at halftime. Norwich and Rovers currently drawing at halftime. Gillingham and Ipswich drawing at halftime. Ham and Watford, Millwall having a 2-0 lead over Leyton Orient. QPR drawing with Barnsley. Brentford has slim lead over Burnley. Huddersfield draws with Burton Albion. Sheffield Wednesday currently drawing with Fleetwood Town. Fulham currently drawing with Plymouth Argyle. Spurs having a 2-0 lead over Leeds United. Sheffield United has a slim lead over Northampton. Wigan Athletic has currently levels with Barrow. Newcastle has a slim lead over Portsmouth. And that's about it. That's the matches. So those are the scores from around the ground. So Arsenal will be making some changes. So, yep, don't go anywhere as we will be right back once we make those changes. Alright guys, we made some changes at halftime and we're already in second half. So Zinchenko comes in for Kieran Tierney and Vieira comes off for Leandro Trossard. Now here's Mason Clark. He's already got an assist, I would say. Still Mason Clark. But what a tackle from Bernier, from Leonard Bernier, who has a little bit of stamina. I think he's probably going to be in the bench, but he has that potential. Bernier somehow finds Bukayo Saka, despite having low stamina. And now Nketiah has it. This could be a chance for Arsenal to take the lead. Finds Odegaard. Back to Nketiah with a cheek pass. Nketiah finds Trossard. And Trossard easily scores this one. Peterborough defense was nowhere. And Arsenal managed to capitalize with a wonderful assist to find Trossard. And Arsenal take the lead for the first time. Since Peterborough did double the lead, but Arsenal scored 2 quick goals. And now they have an early lead in the second half, I would say. Thanks to a wonderful pass from Eddie Nketiah. 2 goals and 1 assist in the FA Cup. He's already been bolstering.
Goal for Arsenal, number 19, Leandro Trossard.
From the Belgian men. Saka has it. Finds the French teenager Leonard Bernea. Odegaard has it. Finds Bernea. This could be a chance for Bernea to showcase his skills, I would say. Still Bernea. Bernea finds Odegaard. Could this actually be his first assist? If Odegaard somehow gets this one away. No, but he finds Nketiah. Nketiah finds... Oh my goodness. That could have been a hat-trick. But he passed it. And the keeper manages to read this one. Poku has it. Still Poku. Poku finds Clark Harris. Still Clark Harris. But the defense manages to read him. And Ramsdale just has to collect the ball. What is Ramsdale going to do? He fires this one away. Finds Nketiah. But yeah, Partey's already made a move to Liverpool, which we did see in the previous episode. So, if we actually face them, Partey will be facing against his former club. Bukayo Saka. Saka shoots. But what a save from the keeper. Excuse me. But looks like we're actually going to be seeing some changes. Archie Collins comes in for David Ajileboye, whatever his name is. And Arsenal makes another substitution. Well, not another substitution, but that's the only substitution they're having, as Emil Smith-Rowe comes off for Gabriel Martinelli, who was once a Fordillian player in the first few episodes, but now he's starting to gain his mojo. But a corner's already been deflected, but still it's a chance for Arsenal to get a goal here, and they do actually. Martin Odegaard, the skipper, scores the goal for Arsenal, and they actually double the lead. It was initially Peterborough that doubled their lead first, but this time Arsenal, they do it again. They can also double their lead as well. And speaking of Martin Odegaard, he's actually going to be back, mostly for the Chelsea game. So this should be a good thing for us. Saliba will be back from suspension, because they're actually against Newcastle this Saturday. So
Arsenal goal, number 8, Martin Odegaard.
So if these players actually manage to hold on, to not concede goals, not being inconsistent, then they have chance of getting a win against Newcastle. But we're not going to talk about this, as Poku did get 1 goal back. Bernea is actually going to be coming off. He's had pretty good game, but he's going to be coming off for Rob Holding, who's probably been the inconsistent player, I would say, because of his woeful pace. But because there are 13 minutes left, I think Arsenal will hold on for, probably hold in for him. I was thinking of a pun, but I know it's cringy, but anyway. Rob Holding comes in for Leonard Bernea. But anyway, there's just a little bit of time left, so that's not going to be that much worrying here for Arsenal, despite he has bad pace. Trossard has it, finds Martinelli. Is still Martinelli. Tries to shoot, but Bilo Kapic makes a wonderful save. Peterborough has to strike. They have to get an equalizing goal. They are in pole position getting an equalizing goal, but they just need a perfect time to do that. Now here's Fuchs. He needs a bit of an assistance here. Are they going to assist him? He's still going. He finds Mason Clark, but he's offside. And Nketiah is going to be taking a breather here after scoring 2 quick goals in the first half. And that too at a perfect time to do that, especially when they were trailing by 2 goals. Now he finally deserves an ovation and a breather here. Gabriel Jesus comes in for him. I mean, then again, Jesus has probably done pretty good as a substitute and a starter, so they're not expecting goals from him, most likely. I mean, Gabriel Jesus is not like that reliant. They're not relying on Gabriel Jesus to carry this team to success. It's mostly their defenders that they have to carry, that they have to rely on. And Hurrien Timber makes a wonderful tackle. Kamavinga finds Jesus. Back to Martinelli. Martinelli finds Trossard. Trossard tries to pass, but Jesus has it. And there are no players marking him. This could be a chance. Jesus squares it in, and Saka scores. Bukayo Saka, the English wonder boy, scores the goal. And that might be game over for Peterborough. They had chances, but they just couldn't capitalize. And Gabriel Jesus gets an assist. So he's mostly like... He's not... So this proves that Gabriel Jesus is really not a reliant player. He's also being unselfish and decides to let them also score for a change.
Goal for Arsenal, number 7, Bukayo Saka.
But what a tap in from Bukayo Saka here. His first goal obviously in the FA Cup. But Eddie Nketiah is probably going to be the man of the match here. He scored a brace. Clark Harris has it. Maybe they could get one goal back. But not this time. And it's full time with Arsenal getting a 5-3 lead over Peterborough. They get a victory over Peterborough. And only just. It was a convincing victory. Their heart was about to actually attack, because Peterborough doubled their lead. But Saka is actually going to be taking the man of the match. Even though Nketiah did score more goals. But Saka, he's probably been the better here. The better person in this game, I would say. But yeah, full time, Arsenal 5, Peterborough 3. So we're actually going to take a look at the highlights and see what are the best reels here for this game. And obviously it was a wonderful pass from Eddie Nketiah. Finds Trossard. And then in the 72nd minute, Odegaard actually scored that goal. The skipper, the Arsenal skipper. And then in the 90th minute, Gabriel Jesus with his unselfish play, finding Saka. And that's how he scored his first goal of the FA Cup. And that ended the game with Arsenal 5, Peterborough 3. So obviously the post-match interview here with AFC Wimbledon having the lead over Shrewsbury. But we cannot take a look at the other scores because it's only going to show for like brief 5 seconds.
Just a couple of questions for you.
But anyway, the post-match interview is here and what Mikel Arteta will have to say for his team's performance. Are you happy with how comprehensive your victory was? We controlled the game and it was a very good team performance. I think there's a lot of self-belief in our dressing room at the moment. Everybody's sure of the job that they've had to do. The headlines after today will be all about Nketiah's stunning performance and his 2 goals which sealed the victory. What are your thoughts about your star man? Of course, Nketiah's performance and his goals were what caught the eye, but I think it's important to credit the rest of the team too. At Arsenal, we know we're all in it together. That was a pretty impressive 5-goal win for Arsenal. Would you say you controlled the game pretty much from start to finish? We work hard in training to get key players into the right place at the right time. The boys deserve the goals they scored today. They made life difficult for Peterborough United from start to finish. And that's all we have to say from the press conference. Or post-match interview, I would say. But anyway, our first FA Cup round is concluded. And Arsenal's next match is against Crystal Palace. And this time at Emirates Stadium. And obviously Manchester City has an offer with Martin Odegaard. But we're obviously not going to give him away. He's obviously the main man for this one. So you're not going anywhere, Martin Odegaard. Yeah, we're rejecting the offer. I know this is offering more money. But come on, man. Martin Odegaard is our reliant player. So we don't want him to leave Arsenal. So, and yeah, I did say that in the very first episode that he will betray Arsenal. But we have options. And And we already did what I can decide. That was the wheel having to screw us up big time. And Vieira is actually going to be having a 2-year loan to join this impressive Lille side. But I'm confident with Vieira. He's not going anywhere. So we're rejecting the 2-year loan offer with Lille since he's already 78 rated at just 23 years of age. So I'm pretty sure he will reach that potential of at least, say, 88. But we don't know. And still a loan offer for Vieira. And it's from Wolfsburg. And we're obviously going to reject him. Because, I mean, come on. But anyway. Looks like Arsenal's next match is against Crystal Palace, which we are showing it to you right away. Tomiyasu. We don't know if this is a good one for him. It is, slightly. The next game is so important for our season. Boss, I feel really good, and I'm sure I can do a better job than Zinchenko. If you give me a chance ahead of him, and you'll get your chance. And most likely Tomiyasu will come on in for Ben White. And yeah, inspired substitution, Trossard wins it. But yeah, looks like Arsenal's next match is against Crystal Palace. I really hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll be back for our next Premier League game. Or our next Arsenal game, I would say. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back. And as we witnessed, Arsenal, they managed to cruise past Peterborough United. I mean, Peterborough United gave them a scare, scored 2 goals in quick succession. But Arsenal stepped up big time thanks to Nketiah, Trossard, Odegaard, our skipper, and Saka. These 4 players stepped up for Arsenal, and that's how Arsenal got the job done over Peterborough United. I mean, Arsenal still has that time. They still have time left to get to Wembley, but they just have to get past 3 more matches at least, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just at least 3 more matches. There's round 4, round 5, and round 6. Once they get those 3 rounds, once they get past those 3 rounds, Arsenal will be in Wembley Stadium in the semi-finals and finals too. So 4 teams will actually be in Wembley. So Arsenal really have to take their chances since they are FA Cup merchants. Arsene Wenger has won a lot of FA Cups than Premier Leagues, to be honest. He has won 3 Premier Leagues, but FA Cups he has won a lot. And that's what Alex Ferguson hasn't done quite recently. He hasn't won a lot of FA Cups, but Wenger has. So yeah. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, as it really means a lot to me. And yeah, because I'm really not getting respectable views, and that's really making me feel sad. So if you really are a true Brisbane 05 Blaster fan, I recommend you to please subscribe to my channel, as it'll at least give me motivation. So yeah, I know it's because of the thumbnail you're watching, but still, even when I don't put the best thumbnails, you still have to like my videos. It will still have better plays. So anyway, so yeah, please recommend to subscribe. And our next game is against Crystal Palace, so our players will be fit, and I'm actually going to put Tomiyasu as a right back, change for Ben White. So Ben White can probably play maybe as a substitution player. So yeah, he'll be fit, so don't worry. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. It's Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.